It happens when you are tired, when you are bored, or even when you are concentrating hard. It's an action so common, you barely even notice you are doing it. Think about a time you have been in a quiet classroom, with the teacher explaining a difficult concept. You are trying your best to follow along and take notes. Or perhaps you are sitting in a long car ride, staring out the window as the scenery blurs by. Your mind starts to wander. Suddenly, you feel that familiar, unstoppable sensation building in your chest and throat. The urge to yawn becomes overwhelming. For many years, the most common explanation for yawning was simple. We yawn because our bodies are running low on oxygen. The theory was that when you are tired or bored, your breathing becomes shallower. This leads to a buildup of carbon dioxide in your blood. A yawn, therefore, was thought to be a powerful reflex to force a deep breath into your lungs, bringing in a rush of fresh oxygen and expelling the excess carbon dioxide. It sounds perfectly logical. Your brain needs oxygen to function, so a big gulp of air must be the quick fix it needs. According to the old theory, this should have stopped them from yawning, but it did not. They yawned just as much as before, proving the oxygen theory was likely a myth. This left a big question. If yawning is not about breathing, then what is its real purpose? The latest science points to a much cooler explanation. Quite literally, think of your brain as a super powerful computer processing millions of pieces of information every second. It is the control center for your entire body. And just like the processor in a computer or a smartphone, when your brain works hard, it generates heat. It can get warm. So when your brain starts to overheat, your body needs an efficient way to cool it down. This is where the yawn comes in as a masterstroke of biological engineering. A yawn acts as your body's built-in thermostat, a natural air conditioning system for your most important organ. When you open your mouth wide for a yawn, you are doing more than just stretching your jaw. You are preparing for a massive intake of air. As you inhale deeply, you draw a large volume of the surrounding air into your mouth and nasal passages. Crucially, this air is usually cooler than your body temperature. As the cool air passes over these vessels, it chills the blood flowing within them, much like a radiator cools the engine of a car. At the exact same time, the powerful stretch of the yawn itself plays a critical role. The flexing of your jaw and facial muscles dramatically increases blood flow to your head. This increased circulation acts like a pump, pushing away the warmer blood from your brain and replacing it with the newly cooled blood from your face and neck. It is a brilliant and efficient two-step cooling process. First, cool the blood with fresh air, and second, circulate that cooled blood around the brain. It also explains why you might yawn before a high-stakes situation, like giving a speech or taking a test. This is your brain's way of ensuring it stays cool and alert under pressure. So a yawn is not necessarily a sign of disrespect or boredom. It is a sign that your brain is actively trying to regulate its own temperature to stay in peak condition. That solves one part of the mystery. But what about the other, perhaps stranger, part of yawning? Why is it that when you see someone else yawn, you suddenly get an almost irresistible urge to do the same?